Hello, my name is Malcolm Gordon and this is Chart TV for Monday the 14th of November 2005. Today we're going to start with the S&P ASX 200, the major stock market index here in Australia. We'll start off with the weekly chart, and you can see from here that the ASX 200 is still technically in an uptrend. It's making a series of higher highs and higher lows, and it appears to have just made a higher low. It's sticking to the top of, it looks like it's heading for, it's bounced off the lower Bollinger Band, and it's heading for the upper Bollinger Band. So, and every time it touches the upper Bollinger Band, as it did here, it pulled back and sort of clung to it. It clung to the top. It rarely went through it decisively, but it always sort of, it was stuck to it like glue. It stuck to the upper Bollinger Band, which is a sign of bullishness. And the market has done that all through here. Pulled back to retest the lower Bollinger Band and bounced off it. Then reattached itself to the upper Bollinger Band. There was pullbacks along the way, which represented great buying opportunities by the dips, so they say. And now it looks like it's pulled back and looks like it's heading towards the upper Bollinger Band. So perhaps we could be looking at it's going to be sticking like glue to it as it makes higher highs and higher lows. Perhaps the uptrend could be continuing. It's above the 200 period moving average on the weekly, which is bullish. Support here, looking quickly, is at around the 4,400 level, and resistance at around the previous high here, which is 4,679, so roughly 4,700. And where the high today was, let's go to the daily. We're very, very close to the previous high. The high today was 4,614, so that's very bullish indeed. Here in the daily, we're actually touching the upper Bollinger Band. We're above the 20 period. These moving averages here are 20 period exponential, which I've touched on before, the 30 period and 50 period simple, as well as the 200 period simple down here. So where a price is above the 200 period simple, it's touched the upper Bollinger Band. We're above the 20 period exponential, the 30 period and 50 period simples. These are all bullish signs. Volume is starting to rise as into the rally, which is also bullish. MACD has bottomed, hooked up, and it hasn't moved into overbought territory yet. So there's still some potential upside there. Just looking at this, I would expect it to be having a crack at the previous high of 4,679 within the next few days. I wouldn't be too surprised to see it retesting that and possibly even making a new high. After that, I see one of two things happening. We're either going to go into a trading range for a while we consolidate the move. So we're going to bounce between 4,700 and say possibly 4,500 and 4,400, or we're going to crack that high and then rally through December and quite possibly into the new year. Why would I see this market rallying into the new year? Well, basically the last quarter is in economic terms, the last quarter is the strongest quarter for any economy. And the reason behind this, especially for retail, the reasoning behind this is that in the lead up to Christmas, sales go berserk. Some retail stores do up to half of their year's trade in the lead up to Christmas. So what happens is that this skews the numbers in the first quarter. The first quarter is reported on at the end of March. And so what will happen is that institutions and individuals will buy the market expecting a good first quarter result, which will be reported in March. But they don't wait till March for the news to come out. They start buying now in anticipation and in expectation. And that's possibly why we're seeing this rally now, this November rally. They call it the Christmas rally, as it's quite a common occurrence. And from my experience, the market is quite strong. We're through the doldrums of October. I've spoken before how lows are quite often made in October. And now that's sort of an all clear. It's saying, okay, the worst is over and we can look to rally the market now. So that's why I expect to see this market break this previous high and take off. So, as I said, I expect it to retest that previous high of 4,679 within the next few days. Not too long. There may be a pullback here. I mean, we've had, how many updates have we had? Let's take a closer look. That's the number of up days. Okay, 3 up days in a row. As a general rule, markets will, on the daily chart, tend to move in one direction for usually up no more than 5 bars or 5 days in a row. If you see any market move in the same direction, like you see 5 up days or 5 short days, the chance of even a short-term reversal are very high. The reasoning behind that is because basically everyone who went long or everyone who went short, depending on which way the market went, is in the money. And you not just that, but like markets are like snappy elastic bands. They snap to and from averages, and once people feel that like a price has gone too far up or too far down, they'll be willing to jump in and take the opposite view. There's always bargain hunters waiting when markets are falling, and there's always people ready to sell short when they feel, or take profits when they feel that the market has gone too far too fast. So we can see here the last 3 days have been up days, but in general this series of higher highs and higher lows is looking pretty solid right now, sticking to the top of the upper Bollinger Band like glue. Righty ho, these are my views on the S&P ASX 200. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.